What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. I got a little explaining to do. I don't normally do stuff like this unless it's like a stream announcement, which, spoiler alert, this is a stream announcement, but I figured I'd saddle some data on top of it as well. And so anyways, welcome on in. It's good to have you. I got some explaining to do. So I talked about it earlier this week. You're probably wondering why the Long Dark episodes were out of order. It has to do with the fact that I got a new computer this week so that I could record and stream on that, and we could upgrade the stream and go to 1080p with 60 frames and everything. Unfortunately, the new PC was a bust. And so there was lots of files moving around in between two computers, then moving them back to the old computer after I recorded some. We also lost some episodes off of the new computer because it's got some kind of like CPU issue, some kind of power supply issue. I can't really figure out which it is, and honestly, it's not my job. I'm sending it back. So anyways, we lost an episode or two of the Long Dark in there, but really we were doing just kind of like maintenance tasks. But it's out of order today, and I'm going to fix it. I figured it out. It's fixable, so that's the good news. The good news is that it's fixable. But anyways, it's out of order because it rendered. There's an episode before the one that went up today, and I have the little validation file that Vegas spits out that says that it was rendered. But I'm wondering if what happened was I had a Windows update a couple days ago, and it happened in the middle of the night, and I render videos while I'm sleeping because it takes a while. And so I usually set up the renders to run from like 3 a.m. till like 9 or 10 a.m. And so I'm wondering if what happened is that it spit out the validation file because it started the render, but a Windows update ultimately reset the computer. And so it didn't actually get rendered, but I had all the indications that it did. And so in my file structure, the one that I uploaded today was the next one, but unfortunately there was one missing. And so I know that the two batches were rendered separately. And so I'm thinking that must have been what happened. And then with all my exhaustion this week, honestly, I'm tired. I'm really, really tired this week. Between the computer not working and my internet being out for like a week, I'm just stressed. I'm stressed and I'm all addle-brained right now, and I'm working all tilted. So anyways, I figured out the problem. It's going to get fixed. You guys are going to get the episode that was missed probably tomorrow, just to make sure that you got that covered. But either way, I wanted to give you guys a little indication that, like, I found the issue. It took me about a half an hour to an hour to figure out what had happened because I was just sitting there staring at files being like, this doesn't make sense. And so anyways, I figured it out. So we should be back on course on Saturday, and then you'll get the episode that was uploaded today, like next week sometime, so that everything will be in chronological order properly. So, aside from that, I just wanted to give you guys a brief explanation. I am going to be going live today on Friday. We're going to be playing the new Resident Evil, so if you wanted to stop in, I'm playing Resident Evil 2 today because Resident Evil 2 is one of my favorite games of all time from the PlayStation era. Very, very stoked about the remake. I beat Resident Evil 2 probably about 20 times when I was like 12, 13 years old. And so it's definitely one of those games that has a tremendous sentimental value to me. I beat it a ton of times, and so I want to play the remake really, really badly. So hop on in. I'll put a link for you down below so you can check that on out. But I also wanted to give you guys a little bit of information so that you know what happened with the Long Dark series, because I know it's beloved, and people are probably scratching their heads being like, how could you do this? It was just a victim of entropy. There's been so much chaos and so much bad luck this week between recordings getting eaten by the new computer, the internet being out, file migrations in between the new workstation, the old workstation, then back to the old workstation, then to the new workstation, because things keep, like, it's just, that's what I think. You expect a new computer when it arrives to be like working straight out of the box. So I plug and played, set up all my software, started recording, was like, cool. And then the video was after the fact no good, and so everything got migrated back, and there's a lot of like big files being moved around, and so it's just a victim of entropy for right now. Sorry about that. I'll get it fixed, and then I'll see you all live very, very shortly. So hit the link down below for Resident Evil 2.